Hello, welcome to MBA Mindfulness Meditation with your master, Professor Sebastian Longsword. For this meditation practice, I would encourage you to sit somewhere comfortably, perhaps on your favourite chair, maybe a stool, or maybe you have a nice comfortable buffet or beanbag upon which you would like to nestle yourself. I do find that a jacuzzi can also be a nice place in which to place yourself for a meditation, provided the noise of the bubbles is not too distracting. The only advice I would say about where not to do this meditation is when driving or operating heavy machinery, or sitting upon a bidet. I have found through experience that if you happen to nod off, you can get quite wet and risk it all getting clogged and overflowing, and it's rather hard to describe the reason to the neighbours downstairs. With that said, I think we're ready to focus ourselves for 10 minutes of pure meditation to help you in your MBA studies and in fact be an example of what it's like to apply MBA thinking in real life. Let us be silent now and focus upon my voice. You may close your eyes, which is something I do heartily recommend. Phillip Kotler crafted this magnificent tome called Marketing, which is a go-to text, and I'd like to read the introduction as you empty your mind and focus just upon Philip's words through my humble voice. Marketing has gone through many transformations, from village markets where buyers and sellers meet to haggle over prices, to the mass production of manufactured goods available in shops, to the information age of buying products and certain services electronically. In the first decade of the 21st century, we see these different forms operating side by side, but adapting to changing conditions. In all these market forms, the one thing remains the same. A market is created by the connection and exchange between potential buyers looking for ways of satisfying their wants and needs, and sellers seeking to provide products and services that will meet buyers' requirements. I would like you to start this meditation by reflecting on your wants and needs, and consider what form of service could provide satisfaction. If you find you are distracted at any point while focusing on these wonderful words, I encourage you to do what I do and picture a manifestation of Phillip Kotler himself. I like to picture him on a summer holiday afternoon wearing nothing other than a Hawaiian shirt and rather comfortable shorts and some slappers, some lovely thongs upon his feet. You might also picture some rather white legs with a few slightly blue-grey veins, especially below the knees. But in particular, think of him reflecting upon his body of work and that lovely smile of satisfaction. You see, he is someone who has had his needs met, albeit by his own hand. now like to suggest something new for you to focus on. One of the keys to meditation being that we don't want to dwell too much upon the one thing. For this, I would like to read something else from Phillip Kotler's a lovely tome, Marketing. And for this, I want to reiterate that our goal in meditation is not to be solitary, but it is to help us nourish relationships with others. And in this, Phillip Kotler gives us a way forward through the wonderful lens of marketing. I read from his example of deepening customer loyalty as a way for you to perhaps borrow from this story and build closer ties with those around you, especially if there's somebody upon whom you have a slight crush or interest and they have a pet. This example from Mars, the Uncle Ben's company, a leader in pet food. Philip writes that in Germany they built a database of all the pet names in the country. And then, for example, when cat owners went to the mailbox, they would receive a free booklet called How to Take Care of Your Cat. The wonderful thing is, this made sure they were on the Mars database so that more samples and interrogation could follow. So use your imagination now to go to the vet where this person of interest of yours takes their young furry thing and see if you can obtain their name and address. And then send them an invitation to dinner, but perhaps to include some wonderful conversation, send them a copy of my paper, 17 Conversation Starters for Smart MBAs with Little Social EQ. Once again, this is MBA thinking applied to real life. Ponder this. Imagine the bribery and the relationship forming at the local vet. Imagine the joy you feel as you get hold of contact details. And consider too the anticipation with which you stuff into an envelope, "My goodness." And then the invitation from your potential beau to take this relationship further. If it helps, you might like to make the sound of the animal in your meditation. Meow, you might say. Meow. Or woof woof. Woof woof. Of course, depending on where you live and your particular orientation, you might also go hee-haw, hee-haw. Or knee-deep, knee-deep. Ponder this now. Imagine the dinner that you take this person to. Imagine ordering exactly what they want for both them and their pet, assuming you've gone to a cafe or restaurant where pets are welcome. I want to finish this meditation now by thinking about my voice. Next time you are feeling in a place of great stress or discomfort, or feeling a little lost, maybe you might be feeling struck by insomnia and having trouble sleeping. Just imagine that I am there behind you, quietly whispering, helping to guide your thoughts to a wonderful realization that you are yourself, and as yourself you can be mindful, and as someone mindful you can be very much aware of your consciousness. And you might also ponder where to stick your next MBA certificate. Of course, if you roll over and ask me where I'd like to put it, I'll be happy to give you some guidance as well. And let's open our eyes. I do hope you found that very helpful, and I look to adding to our library of MBA meditations in the near future, courtesy of the MBA School of MBA Credentials. If you visit our website at mbaschool.com.au, you will find a library of wonderful and insightful articles. Use them, perhaps, to help you next time you need focus between now and our next mindfulness meditation. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to finish things off by myself, by imagining Phillip Kotler on a jet ski, racing across the mountain lakes and considering his 4 Ps. Oh my goodness, that was hard work.